from Trendy Tree, and today I'm going to show you how to make just a really quick and easy Easter decoration. This is a farm fresh milk bucket. It's just an old rusty looking galvanized bucket with a little wood handle. It's from Trendy Tree. All the things that I'm using today are from Trendy Tree. And if you're not familiar with Trendy Tree, that's my daughter Carrie and son-in-law David's website. They sell all sorts of wreath making supplies, forms, deco mesh, ribbons, signs, silk flowers, and seasonal decorations, and they ship all over the world. It's just a website business only, and it's www.trendytree.com. But anyway, so this is a milk bucket. It's got an embossed little picture of a cow on it, and I have some carrots that I thought that I would fill the bucket up with some carrots. Now I have 3 different styles of carrots. I have several different styles of carrots that I thought I might use. This is a carrot bundle, and the number is EV8929. It's just a bundle of 3 carrots tied with raffia. And then I have a carrot pick that has 3 carrots on it, and it is EV8926. And then I have another carrot bundle, and the carrots are a little bit smaller. Here's one of the bundles of 3 that I have untied and just took apart, and you can see the carrots on this pick are a little bit smaller, and there's 5 carrots on that, and it's EV8929. So I thought I would use one of the bundle of 3 and then the carrot pick with the 5. So I'll use this bundle that I've already broken apart. So I'm going to take the bucket and I'm going to fill it up, not fill it up completely, but I'm going to put some crumpled up newspaper in there. Just, take up some of the space. And then I have this vintage Easter grass, and we have this in 2 different colors. I have a pale straw color that is MT22093, and then this is just kind of a pale green. It's called vintage Easter grass, and this one is MT22094. But it's sort of like wood wool. You just spread that out. You probably don't need all of it for this size bucket, so I'll just take some of it. I just need enough to kind of cover up the newspaper. Just spread that out. I'm gonna lay that on top of the newspaper. Like that. And I'm gonna take the carrot spray that has the 5. These are individual picks also. They're a little bit long, so I'm going to fold them and just stick them down in the bucket. I could cut these off, but for today, for my purposes, I'm not going to. I'm just going to take the larger carrots and kind of stick them in the bucket. And these that are on wire, I'm just going to fold up those ends and stick them down in there. I'm not going to cut these because, I might want to use them with the longer stems at some point. So usually when I make something here at the house, I try not to do something that permanently damages things. But now, if you were making this for a gift for someone, then yes, you would want to clip it off and use some styrofoam and maybe some hot glue, to make it a permanent arrangement. But for me, I'm just going to do it just as a little quick and easy Easter decoration, and I'm going to, after next week, take it down and I'll use the bucket for something else. So I've just got my carrots just kind of laid in the bucket, and you can always take, you need a little more grass, you know, to kind of poke in there and let some of it, you know, hang out around the edge. That's fine. Just use as much or as little of that as you would like. I like this vintage grass. It's just a little something different from your typical, you know, plastic cellophane grass or even the paper shreds, you know, that you can get for an Easter basket. So there we go. So it's just a little basket full of carrots. You can just pull that handle up like that. So I think now what I'm going to do is maybe make a very small bow to go on the side. And I picked out, this is just a gingham check. I mean, it's a 1.5 inch orange and white gingham check, and the number is RG01048G7. And then I have just some denim ribbon that I had here at the house. So I'm going to take my Easy Bow Maker and just make a small bow to put on the side of the bucket. Now the Easy Bow Maker is something that we do sell on Trendy. It's this wood piece and has these pegs. We use an Easy Bow Maker, we use a bow dabber, we use the Pro Bow, and sometimes we just hand tie a bow. But for today, I'm going to use the Easy Bow Maker. Now it comes in a box and you just insert these pegs into it. But now, if you buy one, just know that when you start to put your pegs in there, you'll think the pegs are not going to fit. They're made to tap in with a hammer because you want them to hold, you know, well. And it has some markings on it so you can tell, so you can measure your ribbon. So I'm going to start out with my denim ribbon first, and I'm going to make a tail of about 8 inches. So I'm just going to measure that, and then I'm going to pinch that together and just drop it right down into the bow maker, and I'm going to push that tail up. I've got my right side up, out of the way, and I'm going to make about a 3.5 inch bow. So I've got the right side of my, I'm going to twist and get the right side of my ribbon up and measure about 3.5 inches and just go right down in the center. I'm going to twist again, get the right side of my ribbon up and make another loop of about 3.5 inches. Bring that down to the center, twist. I'm going to make about 4 loops with the denim. I don't need a real big bow. Make that loop 3.5 inches, twist, and make one more loop. This is wired ribbon also, so we can fluff it out and reshape it as we go. Now, I've got 2 loops on each side, so I'm going to come out and I'm going to measure 8 inches and I'm going to cut that off. Just cut that at an angle. I can always shorten these tails later if I need to. Just going to get those tails out of the way. And then I'm going to take my orange ribbon and I'm going to measure an 8 inch tail. Let me go ahead and cut that end. 8 inch tail and pinch and go right down to the center. Now this time I'm going to make these loops about 3 inches. This ribbon, the gingham ribbon, does not have a right or wrong side, so I don't have to twist. I'm just going to pull that tail down out of my way. Now I'm going to make a 3 inch loop on the other side. Put that down in the center. Come back. Make another 3 inch loop. Make another 3 inch loop. Okay. And now this one, I think I'm going to make 6 loops. I just really like that orange. So I'm going to make 3 loops on each side, and that'll give me 6 loops. Alright, then I'm ready to cut that, and I'll come out and measure my 8 inch tail. Okay. So now I'm ready to take the bow off the bow maker, and I need a zip tie and a chenille stem. You're making your bow, when you use the Easy Bow Maker, you're making your bow from the bottom up. So I'm just going to press that down. I want that knot, I want that stack of ribbon to be as compressed as it can be. And I'm going to ease it up. I'm holding it stacked. See, all my ribbon pieces are stacked. Let me get that bow maker out of the way. And I'm going to take the zip tie. I'm going to go right over the center of the bow and come around to the back, keeping it stacked, and I'm gonna get that zip tie started. Now before I pull the zip tie completely tight, keep holding it stacked, I'm gonna slide my chenille stem under there. Now, it doesn't have to be a chenille stem, it could be a piece of floral wire, it could be, you know, another zip tie. But the chenille stem is what I'm going to use to secure it to my bucket. So now, I got my chenille stem secure, so I'm going to pull that just as tight as I can get it. And then I'm going to snip off that end of that zip tie with the wire cutters. Okay, so now I'm just going to spread out the loops of my bow. Okay, now you just can barely see it. I really, you know, I could get away with not doing anything to that center, but I'm going to go ahead and cover up that center, cover up my mechanics where you can see that zip tie with just a small piece of the denim. But I need a narrow piece. I don't need much, so I'm going to fold that ribbon. I'm going to make that pretty small. Just gonna fold that like that. I'm gonna go right over, cover up that zip tie. Bring that around to the back. Put it right between my chenille stem. And I'm just gonna tie that in a little knot. So that's just tied in a knot on the back, and then I'm gonna cut off those ends just to get rid of some of that bulk. And then finish fluffing out my bow. Okay, so when you get your bow fluffed out, then I'm just going to secure it to the side of the bucket with the chenille stem. Okay, and for right now, I'm just going to tuck those ends of the chenille stem down in the bucket where you can't see them. Okay. I love that. That'll be so cute, just sitting in the kitchen. And it's just, you know, it's just a really quick and easy, small little spot of Easter decoration. All the supplies came from Trendy Tree. If you haven't visited Trendy Tree is my daughter, Carrie, and my son-in-law, David's website. They sell all sorts of wreath making supplies, deco mesh, wreath forms, signs, ribbons, seasonal decor, silk flowers. So we hope that you'll visit us and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Okay? Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.